what Najib Guerra brings for Verdes: speed. This kid is very, very fast, and he have great control when he is on the left side, which is his strong side.
Yes, and if Wagiya continue to sleep on plays like that, the other one might just go past goalkeeper Eddie Perez again, giving Verdes yet another goal. Coleman there giving it to Bermudez, striking the ball up, trying to find Baron Chavez. And Warren Maas right there, but too good, too calm there for Verdes FC. As we see Jared Davis giving the ball up and trying to find Najib again, but Coleman bringing the ball down on the chest and clearing it on the side, with Najib not getting it. And Verdes again doing the thing they do best, as we see Bermudez going too hard and getting carded for that kick there.
That card is against Carlos Vasquez of Verdes FC. A little bit too aggressive.
No, I think it went to Jacinto Bermudez there for Wagiya, because he kicked the number 24 there for, yeah, Carlos Vasquez there for Verdes.
Yes, yes, you're right. The card went to Jacinto Bermudez. Again, a little bit too aggressive, and frustration is now kicking in for Wagiya FC.
Yeah, Wagiya just needs to keep their composure, and if not, at least drawing this game, they could learn from their mistakes and at least get one goal in this game, and they could build on that, because this is just their first game. This is the first game for the opening season, so if they could gain momentum here and learn how to play together as a team, the coming games will be much better as a team.
Ball deflected there off the free kick by Elroy Smith. But what is important for Wagiya, it is for them to finish strong. If they can get a goal, just get that, get that goal, get on the scoreboard. That could be a momentum building for them going into their next game next week. And I think that they're supposed to be at home, so, and we know the support that they get at the Carl Ramos Stadium, and so it's very important for them not to give up any more goals in this game, but to try and at least score one.
Yes, Coleman there for Wagiya FC almost did too much, as Wendell received that ball from Coleman, and Wendell Trapp squares the ball across the field, finding Warren Maas open in the back, going against Christian Lopez. Warren Maas shoots against Sagastume, who just calmly spit that ball out and off for the corner kick there for Wagiya FC.
And it shows the inexperience of young Warren Maas. Goalkeeper Sagastume had the right side of the goal locked off. What he should have done was push that ball to the far post. But when they look at this game, when they look at the repeat of this game, they will see their mistake, and hopefully they can correct their mistake. That should have been the goal that we were just talking about from young Warren Maas.
Yes, Warren Maas got hasty and tried to go for the first post, and Sagastume read his mind and went there before he even kicked the ball, as Coleman tried to give Jonard Castillo that ball on top of the key there. But Carlos Vasquez passing the ball wide again, finding Najib Guerra, who was misplaced there by Jared Davis, teammates. And we see Bermudez back with the ball for Wagiya, slowing the game down, as Jared Davis is not giving up. Jacinto went back to Coleman. Coleman doing a lot in his own half of the field, loses the ball there to Najib Guerra. Guerra squaring the ball down, but Kelly, Najib heading the ball down, beating goalkeeper Eddie Perez, who is frustrated at Coleman for losing the ball in his own half, playing too much. As we know, goalkeepers, they see everything, and not really liking that play there by his teammate Coleman.
What a mental lapse there by Enfield Coleman. Just didn't know what he wanted to do with that ball, but the aggressiveness of Najib Guerra taking that ball away, again giving Verdes another scoring opportunity.
Tripped up there in the middle of the field, Wendell Trapp by Verdes. Bermudez giving Jonard the ball, who was taken away by Jaron Maivet. Right back to Victor Mejia, finding Carlos Vasquez, and again passing the ball up the field to Darwin Bermudez, but the ball was too fast. Coleman receiving the ball again for Wagiya, giving it up to Trapp. Trap crosses over one, goes over two. Trap still in control of the ball, trying to find Janard on the corner, but the ball went ahead of him. Sagastume coming the ball, and as the experienced goalkeeper he is, brought it down smoothly and just burning some clock.
Selvin Sagastume having an excellent day today under the sticks for Wagiya, looking to come out of this one with the shutout.
Warren Mas to Byron Chavez by himself here on the right side of the field, trying to look for somebody in the middle of the pitch to pass to, but headed out there. And again, Warren Mas in control of the ball to Colin. Colin finding Jason Popbird Kelly. Warren Mas against his former teammate Krishan Lopez. As we see Verdes gaining possession of the ball. Smith for the throw.
That ball will go over the touchline once again.
Mas there to Cacho. Cacho shielding the ball there, finding Trap.
As we see, then Marchese is getting set to check into this ball game for Verdes, and let's just show you the depth of Verdes FC in the opening season when they have a player like with the statue of Den Marchese coming off the bench. I mean to say, this team is deep.
Yeah, they have guys to back up guys here. Smart play there by Sagastume, the goalkeeper of the year, back to back in the PLB. As he had Janard off his feet there in the air, and he just came back. And Byron Chavez trying to get back the ball there for Wagiya, but Smith calming the game down, looking up on the field, passing it up. Colin kicking it back there. Byron Chavez on the top of the key, heads it down to Janard Castillo on the right side of the field here, trying to give it back to Byron Chavez, who's on top of the key, trying to find Warren Mas, but they're trapped, getting the ball to his brother. Trap there, Wendell Trap shoots over the crossbars there for Verdes FC, with Sagastume just watching that one fly by, wondering if Trap actually works for the Tropic here or Maya here, with that ball going high up the field.
Darwin Bermudez. No, it's Carlos Cats Vasquez coming out of the ball game. Number 24 checking into the game will be number 26 Denmark Pops KZ for Verdes FC.
Yeah, we know the kind of ball skills and ball handling Pops has when he played for the Belize national team. And we know having him here on this team, coming in the second half with them up 3-0, it just means that Verdes will have more possession of the ball, and Trap looking left and right, up and down, trying to find people to pass to. And we know that he can do it.
What does Wagiya have on the bench that can come into this game and be a game changer?
Yeah, as we see time trying to be wasted there by Verdes FC, although they're up. Kind of strange to see, but now Wagiya FC ball over there with the Trap brothers.
And frustration kicking in here in the second half with this Wagiya FC team, as they're down 3-0. But what, like I mentioned, what they should do, they should just try to finish this game strong, finish it on a positive note, because it's the first game of the opening season. You have at least about 13 or 12 more games to play.
Ball hit wide over the field there by Wendell Trap, number 7 there for Wagiya FC. Not even threatening goalkeeper Sagastume, who will be happy with balls coming like that all day, all night. And again up the field, none other than Najib Guerra with a 5-on-3. Najib Guerra around one, shoots the ball, and he scores! What a wonderful shot there by Najib Guerra, who took on the defense by himself. Goalkeeper Eddie Paris came out the web, but couldn't do anything against the Najib Guerra, number 7 there for Verdes FC.
Najib Guerra coming up with his second goal, as we take a look at that once again on the replay, with that left foot blast against goalkeeper Eddie Perez inside the box, and that one found the back of the net. 4-0 Verdes, as we see number 4 Joseph Lawrence will be checking into this ball game. For Wagiya, coming out is number 13, and that's Enfield Coleman.
Yes, Lawrence Squeaky Joseph. Nicknamed Squeaky because of the voice that he has, but he is a loud and good player there for Wagiya. So I think that's a good substitution there, because Lawrence Joseph has been playing this ball game a long time ago and knows how to get around and calm himself down. Is not scared by the bigger guys. So we'll see that matchup between him and Najib Guerra when the game gets down some more.
Just to give you a recap of what happened last night out on the island of San Pedro, where the Police United was visiting the friendly confines of Bargridge Stadium. It was Police United picking up a big road win, a 1-0 victory over the San Pedro Pirates. And down at the Michael Ashcroft Stadium in Mango Creek, Altitude Assassin going up against Freedom Fighters, and it was the Assassin coming up with the victory, a home victory by a score of 3-2.
Yeah, a bit of callback there by the ref. As we see, Verdes possession. They're going to get the throw. Verdes now leading 4 goals, with that the last 2 goals coming from Najib Guerra, who just punished the defense there for Wagiya time and time again.
Elroy Smith going all the way back to goalkeeper Zero and Sagastume. The confidence that Verdes has displayed from the start of this ball game up to this juncture, unofficially 60 minutes elapsing here in this ball game, is tremendous, and they're sending a message to the league very, very early.
Yeah, Verdes playing with only 10 men right now, as Jaron Maivet on the side of the field changing his cleats. Can Wagiya take advantage of this, or will Verdes play as if they have 11 men on the field still?
When you take out a player like Carlos Vasquez and you bring in Den Marquese, your midfield only gets stronger. Carlos played an exceptional, very good game up to that point, but bring in Den Marquese, you know, the general in the middle for Verdes, this team only gets stronger.
Right. Like you said, they are deep. It is a deep team. But on the bench for Wagiya, we still have Marek Marshall, who is a good attacking player, and if probably if he could get into the game and help Janard in the top, maybe they could get some more chances, because Marek does not rest at all. He will be running all over the field, kind of doing what Janard is doing right now, well, in the first half, what he was doing.
Jaron Maivet making his way back on the pitch for Verdes, so they're at full strength once again as they continue to attack the defense of Wagiya.
Calling there for Wagiya, gets the ball as Janard trying to bring the ball down, got it down, but too light of a pass there to Byron Chavez. Smith, being the smart defender that he is, saw that pass coming up short, quickly attacked it, and then regained possession for Verdes FC. And the one, the only Najib Guerra going around 1 or 2 defense. Jared Davis giving the ball back to Krishan Lopez. Krishan to Jared Davis as Lawrence. No, that was Patbread Kelly trying to shepherd the ball out, but
goalkeeper Perez seems to be hurt off that defensive play there, as the pressure was brought down on his own defender. Jared Davis didn't give up on that ball and got a piece of goalkeeper Perez. But it's a 4-0 ball game if you've just joined us, bringing to this one live on TNC through the courtesy of Central TV and Internet Smart, bringing people together.
Yeah, it's good to see Eddie Perez back on his feet, knowing that he's okay, being the player of the match for Wagiya, saving all those goals but let down by his defense. As we saw Jared Davis trying to shoot that ball up, but again Wagiya could not gain possession of the ball, as Verdes was right at their doorsteps for yet another goal.
Then Marquese was looking to pull that ball in and then rifle that ball towards goalkeeper Eddie Perez, but the defense converged quickly on then Marquese as they cleared it out of the danger zone. But once again, here comes Krishan Lopez on the attack.
Krishan Lopez from on top of the key, defense. Patbird Kelly, just watch Krishan Lopez as he struck that ball on the right side. Goalkeeper Eddie Perez tried to get it, but it was too fast.
What a shot by Krishan Lopez as he was lurking right on top of the 18-yard box, and with a beautiful right foot place as he pushed that ball to the right of goalkeeper Perez. That ball finding the back of the net for the 5th goal. Verdes scoring huge here in the first game of the opening season, 5-0.
Yes, frustration on top of frustration. We saw Jason Kelly just standing there in the box, not even trying to go against Krishan Lopez, knowing that Krishan Lopez is a dangerous player.
Not the kind of start that I anticipated from Wagiya. Even though on my show Wednesday night I picked Verdes to win this game, I thought it would have been a much closer game because of the fact of how Wagiya ended the closing season. They ended on a very high note, but obviously they did not bring that momentum over into the opening season. Verdes touching them 5 times here in this ball game.
Darwin Bermudez wide to the corner of the field there to Carlos Vasquez, finding Najib. Najib squaring the ball behind defense Kelly, who got saved there because both of the strikers for Verdes ran into the box too fast, as Warren Mass for Wagiya finds Janard in the middle of the field. Janard back to Warren Mass. As we know, these young players, they don't give up. Janard going around goalkeeper Sagastume, who Janard was called for the foul. Sagastume still down, and we know that Janard and Warren and all the other young players there for Wagiya, not because they're down 5 means that they're gonna give up. No, these guys will fight until the last whistle.
And we are seeing the veteran Elroy Bib Queeling getting ready to check inside this ball game for Verdes. Again, Elroy Queeling, who can be in the starting 11 for Verdes. Today he's coming off the bench, so more power coming into this ball game for Verdes.
Yeah, as we saw that replay there, Janard clipping Sagastume off his feet. And it's good again to see the goalkeepers being protected by the ref and not allowing anything too much to happen to our goalkeepers, because they're needed and they're really good. As Wendell Trapp spinning around to defense, trying to go up the field, hitting his brother in the head as Janard trying to bring that ball down to Warren Mass in the middle of the pitch, finding Lawrence Joseph. Joseph up the field, finding Bermudez. Trying to play that 1-2 ball, Trapp and Bermudez, but again, Wagiya struggling with accuracy off the ball as Darwin Bermudez for Verdes bring that ball down. And Smith calmly swings that ball all the way to his right defense, Victor Mejia.
Look at the touches Verdes putting together as they're moving this ball inside the middle of the pitch here from the Santa Elena Sporting Complex.
Verdes trying to regain the ball there, and Najib again not giving up. Najib, who I believe is the player of the match there for Verdes. Najib again finding Krishan, trying to strike the ball, but Colin intercepted right in time as Baron Chavez, middleman there for Wagiya, finds Warren Mass.
Krishan Lopez was looking for his 2nd goal, but Colin Fox coming up big defensively saying, not on my watch, Krishan.
Yeah, he probably seen Krishan do too much damage and now is trying to stop that, as we're going to have a substitution here for Verdes FC.
Elroy Bib Queeling checking into the ball game. Number 5 coming out will be number 12, Darwin Bermudez, who scored the 2nd goal for Verdes in the first half. What a day for Darwin Bermudez, but his day has just come to an end as he's making way for Elroy Queeling.
It's just one attacking player for the other, because we know that Queeling, he too is a wizard with his foot. He could take any spot shot, any corner, and make it look miraculous as it makes his way across and into the back of the net when Elroy touches it. And we see the replay there for Darwin Bermudez with his goal of the game.
Elmore Godoy checking into the ball game for Wagiya. David Trott making way for Godoy.
Yeah, Godoy too, another good player there from the village, close to Dangriga, and we will see what he's gonna come and do inside this ball game.
Colin is down holding on to his left ankle.
Yeah, as we saw that hard fall there on Colin for Wagiya.
And a yellow card given to Warren Moss. Young Warren Moss showing his inexperience as a young player. You know, he was not even involved in the play, but he picks up a yellow card for saying something to the fourth official that wasn't warranted, and immediately the man in the middle, Juan Alas, went to his pocket and draw out the yellow card. And somebody's been thrown out of the game now from the coaching staff, it seems like, for Wagiya.
Yeah, it's Nelson Mas for Wagiya, who came up to the side ref.
Yellow card also to Jared Davis. So as there's a pause in the action here, just want to acknowledge our sponsors once again, Central TV and Internet and Smart, bringing people together for making our live broadcast a possibility. As we take a look at this once again on the replay, Jared Davis stepping on the left foot of Colin Fox. And that's a no-no. Jared Davis was saying it wasn't intentional, but the fact remained that you stepped on the ankle of the player there from Wagiya.
Warren Mas swinging the ball all the way across to Jacinto Bermudez. And Wagiya still in control. Jonard trying to bring the ball down on his head. Went over, trying to chase it down as he has Colin behind him, giving Colin the ball, trying to square the ball, but it was poorly executed as goalkeeper Saga Stume came off his line and picked the ball up, kicking it out now forward.
Jared Davis in a one-on-one situation here.
Beautiful strike there by Jared Davis. A stunning goal kick. What a magnificent goal there by Jared Davis.
What a scoring outpour here this afternoon for Verdes, as they had just garnered their sixth goal coming from Jared Davis. Jared Davis with his second goal in this ball game. One-on-one situation, cranked that left foot up and put that ball right over the outstretched hands of goalkeeper Eddie Perez.
That goal took only about 5 seconds from Sagastume kicking it out of the web. It took almost 3 bounces. And Jared Davis with that wicked left foot, striking it, passing Eddie Perez. Now Verdes 6-0.
And you have to see a revamped defense the next time we see Verdes, as the game does not stop. The ball will be rolling for them once again next weekend, and so the coaching staff will have to go back to the drawing board, take a look at the tape, see where they made their mistakes, and try to correct it for their next game.
Yeah, that was good ball execution there by Verdes FC, because they saw Wagiya pushing high up the field. Goalkeeper Sagastume, knowing that Jared Davis is fast and has that left foot, he just gave it to him and told Jared, do what you do best.
Here comes Everald Trapp on the right side for Verdes as they continue to press the attack on the defense of Wagiya FC, but Warren Moss intercepts.
Warren splitting 2 defense there, got caught up, and a foul called against Verdes FC.
Talk about Wagiya ending strong, but as the second half progressed, they seems to be getting weaker and weaker. Already gave up half a dozen goals here in this ball game.
Yeah, we know Wagiya is known for their fights and coming back from losses, but I think this one is out of reach for them, but they too can still finish strong, as Najib Guerra getting around the defense there for Wagiya time and time again got called, and Verdes back in control of the ball.
That foul was against Elmer Godoy. Not too happy with the call, but he did impede the forward progress of Najib Guerra.
Verdes back in control of the ball. Quillen in the middle of the field. Coming all the way back to number 16, who finds Elroy Smith, who has played an excellent game here for Verdes FC, being the last man there, watching everything and seeing what's happening. He controlled this game beautifully. Oh, a nice play there.
Verdes playing a very relaxed football. And when you have the general, the veteran leadership of Elroy Smith anchoring your defense, goalkeeper Sagastume can really and truly relax, you know, because of the fact that the pressure is not coming from the forward position for Wagiya for this entire game.
Yes, Jared Davis by himself, who finds Krishan Lopez going around. Colin there, Krishan, but Eddie Perez picks up the crumbs as Colin got a toe there into it, and right back to Colin, who finds Janard spinning around the defense there for Verdes, who just couldn't get the ball up, but the foul was called back against San Mendes for Verdes, and Wagiya FC right on the half line of the field there will get an advantage play.
And we see young Tyreek Musham for Verdes number 19 is getting ready to check inside this ball game, as he will be getting some playing time here this afternoon.
Wagiya loses the ball in the middle of the field, and now we have Najib Guerra again going, strikes the ball down, and we have another goal there by Najib Guerra. I believe that's his hat-trick for the day. 3 goals coming in for Najib Guerra.
Najib Guerra coming up with the hat-trick and the 7th goal for Verdes FC. What a demonstration of goal scoring out here this afternoon for the home team, Verdes. Najib Guerra.
Verdes came out in this game with a game plan to destroy Wagiya's heart and soul, and that is exactly what they're doing, giving themselves that boost with 7 goals here in this first game. Teams will be looking out for Verdes this opening season.
What we saw from Najib Guerra is he brought that ball under his control, calmly cooling that ball down and then putting it to the left of goalkeeper Eddie Perez. We are seeing a new revamped Najib Guerra here in the first game of the opening season.
Yeah, Wagiya needs to go home and just try to figure out themselves and see what could happen to their heart and soul and their defense, because it's been all over the place in this ball game.
And you see they're in no rush now. They're taking time off the clock as that ball went all the way back to Elroy Smith.
Yeah, and Elroy Smith anchoring this team, leading them to the promised land and doing what he does best. Elroy Smith just playing nice and neat all the way to Queenan back to Pops there in the middle of the field. And just 1 and 2. The thing that Wagiya is struggling with in this game, accuracy with passes, Verdes is executing almost perfectly.
There's no sense of urgency from this Wagiya team, and it's very important that they try to score, even though they cannot get back inside this ball game. But tell yourself that we can score against Verdes is very important, but we are not seeing the bounce in the legs of the players at all on the pitch.
Yeah, I think from the setup of this game, having only 1 striker up for Wagiya hurt them a lot in this game, because Verdes have one of the best defense lineup in this ball game. So going up with only 1 striker will be almost impossible.
Jared Davis picking up that ball on the right side, pushing it inside the box, but the ball was headed out by the defenders for Wagiya. Unofficially, 75 minutes have elapsed inside this ball game.
Byron Chavez tripped up there in his half of the field.
And Jared Davis will be exiting the ball game for Verdes after scoring 2 goals, making way for Tyreek Musham, number 19, as he will now enter into the game. Young Tyreek Musham.
Yeah, it's good to see Verdes looking to their young players coming into these games and just building them so that when these older guys are out and done, the younger players have already had the experience. As we see Byron Chavez trying to go around Bib Quillen there, but got tripped up and is still down, getting 10 by the training staff buff himself straight out of Dangriga.
And so it's a 7-0 ball game out here as the fans they came out for goals today and they surely got what they came out to see. Goals only because it's on one side of the pitch and that's the Verdes side.
Yeah, Verdes did not let their crowd, their fans down today. They wanted to see goals, they wanted to see a win, and that's exactly what they got. With Warren Mas for Wagiya over the ball. Baron Chavez waiting for permission to get back into the ball game. Warren Mas giving it to Cullen all the way to Lawrence Joseph there, who brings the ball down his chest, finding Cacho. Cacho wildly passing that ball there to Godoy, with Lawrence Joseph getting mopped up by Najib Guerra, and Cullen leaving his position to go on the other side of the field. It's a 2-on-4 break with Christian Lopez coming back to Najib Guerra, who scored 3 goals in this game and played even better with his back to the wall, as we saw him coming on the counter attack and just making plays for his teammates. Verdes coolly controlling this game.
It's a very humiliating defeat in the first game for this young Wagiya team, but you know they will bounce back. This team will bounce back and they will be a force. They will be a contender in the opening season for the 2018-2019 season. So a 7-0 loss is just a loss.
Right. In the end of the day, it's only 3 points that they got, but if they continue to go like this, hearts will be broken time and time again, and it's gonna be hard for players to get back that thrive to want to play and want to win another game if they keep on losing by these margins.
Well, we saw in the past where they suffered defeat of this magnitude, and then the next game they bounce back, they come back with a draw or they come back with a win. So we know that they will go back, they will regroup, they will go to the training pitch next week and get ready for the next weekend game.
Yeah, with only about 10 minutes remaining in this ball game, we see Smith giving the ball all the way back to goalkeeper Sagastume, who didn't have to work much today because his defense helped him out a whole lot, and even when he had to come out, it was not for anything too hard. Either the ball was going over the field, over the web, or right slowly to him on the floor. As we see Verdes passing the ball right in their own half, not worrying about what Wagiya could do, because we've seen Wagiya just sitting in the pocket and not worrying about anything, as if they are the team up. As Verdes giving the ball straight down the middle of the field, finding Christian Lopez, who got tripped up by himself but still regained possession of the ball. Christian left all by himself, finding number 16 there for Verdes, finding Babe Quinlan. Babe finding in the middle of the field there. Number 19 strikes the ball. Handball there in the middle of the field, but the ref says play on. Trying to give Wagiya a little bit of mercy for the 7-0 deficit.
Tyreek Mustam trying to get on the scoreboard, but the ball was deflected there, and the fans inside the stadium here was calling for a penalty, but referee Juan Ala says play on. As this ball is being pushed all the way back to San Mendes. And just to give you an idea, Aurel, of what will be coming up on the 11th, that's when the PLB resumes, because we know that on the 31st, which is Tuesday, Belmopan Bandits will be going up against FC Motagua out in Honduras. As another opportunity there was squandered. And then on August the 4th, the return match, the international friendly between Belize and Barbados. And this game, I was made to understand this game will be played on the island of San Pedro. That I stand to be corrected. And then 7th of August, the Belmopan Bandits will be hosting FC Motagua at the Sidoro Beaton Stadium. But when we come back to PLB action, it will be very interesting, because on Saturday the 11th, the Belmopan Bandits will be hosting Verdes FC. We know that the Belmopan Bandits went into the MCC ground last week Sunday and they drew with BDF. Verdes now coming out of this game with a huge win. They already have 7 goals, so that will be very, very interesting. And then for Wagiya will be at home and they will be going up against BDF.
Yeah, so some interesting matchups there when the PLB returns from the break, and I believe the rest will be beneficial for these teams that are in their heads thinking, oh, it's over, which and it's just the first game. But after that rest, regrouping and trying to train again, hopefully they could come back and bounce back bigger and better than before.
Well, you know, if you lose a game with this many goals being scored against you, I don't think there's no room for rest. You know, you got to stay on the grind. Now, for Verdes, what Verdes they can do, they will maybe cut down on their workout schedule. Maybe instead of working out 3 or 4 days for the week, they will do maybe 2 or 3 days for the week. You know,
Right.
and but with Wagiya, they will have to stay on the grind because then you're going up against BDF who draw their first game, and you want that win. You want that home win to get your momentum back, to get your confidence built back up
Right.
after losing by this margin of goal.
Yeah, foul there on Elmore Godoy against Pops there for Denmark Case for Verdes FC. And again, in the no look pass there to Babe Queelan on top of the key, trying to find that left foot. But Collins saying, no, you're not going to take a shot, as Janard tried to gain possession of that ball. But defensive, good defense there by Verdes FC. Scoring the ball in the middle of the field, calling again there for Wagiya, as we see Elmore, yeah.
A pushing foul call there against Najib Gira. As time is winding down unofficially, 85 minutes have elapsed inside this ball game. 2 minutes of added time here, added on to the second half, and so Verdes will emerge with the opening season, their first home win of the opening season, which is very huge for them.
Yeah, that's going to be good to take back into the locker room, knowing that this team that they brought out with the game plan and they executed it perfectly, just sacrificing Wagiya 7 goals and just murdering them here on their home field. But they have time to come back, they have time to regroup and get ready for the second game, which will be against BDF at home. And we know that Wagiya's home crowd plays a big role in their games.
Yeah, the drums really come out to play when Wagiya is at the Carl Ramos Stadium. And so mark down on your calendar, the 11th of August, it will be a Saturday night, an 8 p.m. start, when Verdes will invade the Isidoro Beaton Stadium to take on our Scotiabank CONCACAF League representative, the Belmopan Bandits.
Yeah, wide pass there to Najib Guerra, who has been sweeping and mopping up the defense for Wagiya, scoring 3 goals and helped in assisting some of the goals, whether it was by passing or just by keeping one of the man out for Wagiya. As we see there, 2 minutes coming to a close. Verdes with 7 goals. Wagiya not on the scoreboard with less than a handful of shots towards goalkeeper Sagastume for the evening.
Najib Gira coming up big for Verdes today with the hat trick, scoring 3 goals. All 3 goals scored in the second half.
Yeah, so we know that when Verdes went into the locker room, they weren't contented with the 2 goals that they had. They came out with a vengeance. Even though they were up, they still wanted to score some more goals against Wagiya. As we see Najib Guerra finding Krishan Lopez, but taken away there by Warren Mas, his old teammate. As Krishan was waiting for the foul, Warren Mas pushes the ball up, trying to find Janard, chasing the ball down, but defended there by Smith.
And that's the long whistle to end this ball game. Verdes FC coming up with the big victory, 7-0. Najib Guerra with the hat trick, scoring all 3 goals here in the second half. Jarrett Davis also contributed 2 goals to that 7 goal. Darwin Bermudez coming up with 1 goal. Krishan Lopez also with 1 goal. What we'll do, we'll go to a break. When we come back, we'll have interviews lined up for you here from the Santa Elena Sporting Complex. You're watching the PLB on TNC. We will be right back.
I go on the internet to play my computer games. When I grow up, I would like to be a doctor just like Doc McStuffins.
Doc is in.
When I grow up, I want to be a a teacher, and when I go on the internet, I want to learn how to make slime. I like slime. I go on the internet to watch cartoons to see the good guys win. I want to be the next prime minister. I want to be a fisherman. I like dancing. I go on the YouTube to see a lot of people dancing. I'm going to be a dance teacher. Dr. Brianna for you. I am a next-gen kid. I'm teacher Aidan and I'm a next-gen kid. I am dance instructor Soraya. I'm a next-gen kid. I'm a next-gen kid. I'm Prime Minister Azela and I'm a next-gen kid. We are next-gen friends!
Get your free smart SIM and join the smart family. Just swap your old Digicel SIM with Smarts and enjoy all our cool services.
I'm a big stammer, I'm a big stammer, big stammer, big stammer, big stammer, big
Smart, bringing people together.
As we welcome you back to the Santa Elena Sporting Complex, I'm joined by young Jonar Castillo of Wagiya FC. Jonar, you guys suffer a heart-wrenching loss on the road. It's the first game of the opening season for you guys, 7 goals. How do you rebound from this loss? I'm talking about Wagiya FC to get prepared for the 11th, for the 12th when BDF will invade the Carl Ramos Stadium.
Well, we just got to go back in training starting from tomorrow. Continue to train harder. We're rebuilding. We have a new set of players that came onto the team, so they're just trying to learn the new formation. So by next time we play, we should have a better game.
I was looking out for you as you emerged from the closing season as the best scoring player for that season, but the defense was really tight on you today. Talk about the defensive play of Elroy Smith, who was back there, Everald Trapp, and also Victor Meher.
Well, the way my team played, they just had me alone in forward, so I would say the defense was kind of easier on them because I was alone up there, and I know they had a game plan set for them to mark me because they know I came out of this the closing season with the most goals, so I know they had something set for me, so it was just a frustrating game for me.
Jonar, I know it was a heart-wrenching loss, but you know, you guys will go back and we'll see a better performance from Wagiya come on the 12th, which is 2 Sundays from now.
Yeah, we just have to go back, train, and come back stronger.
Thanks, Jonar. I am joined now by Najib Guerra. Najib, a very slow start for you in the first half. You had 2 point-blank look on goalkeeper Eddie Perez. You didn't came up, but you stepped your game up. What was said to you at the half by the coaching staff that you came out so energized in the second half and you scored 3 goals?
Well, first of all, Ray, I would like to say good evening to everybody. Good evening, Belize. And well, first of all, thank God for the opportunity that has given me. And well, in the first half, I started off a little bit, I don't know, nervous, I guess, because of the first game. I would like to congratulate the keeper too, because those were point-blank shots, and I thought I scored. But then I saw the ball rebounding back. But then Mr. Marvin talked to me and told me, those breaks, you have to get them. He told me, you miss 2, you have to get 3. And that's what happened.
Now, you're the first player in the opening season with the hat-trick. What does this say about Najib Guerra, and what can we expect from Najib in the rest of the games in the opening season?
Well, first of all, it is looking good about Verdes as a team, because anybody can score the 3 goals, but thank God it was given to me. And I like to congratulate my players for the hard work that they're making, and the coaching staff. The next games, we have to move forward, and if the breaks are given to me, I will score them.
Talk about the play of 2 of the new acquisition to this team. Elroy Smith had a very calm day in the defense today. Darwin Bermudez coming up with the 2nd goal. They already are making their presence felt with their new team.
Well, these are 2 players that have been in the PLB for quite a while. Elroy Smith, I don't know, I don't have words for him. He's just an exceptional player at the back. And well, Darwin Bermudez, he's an excellent free kicker. we know that from Bandits, and he's executing now with Verdes. So congratulations to him and Elroy Smith.
Najib, congratulations on a big victory today, 7-0, but also on your 3 goals scored today.
Thank you, Mr. Ray.
All right, there we have it from young Najib Guerra, who is the man of the match, coming up with 3 goals in the second half. For the first player to set this trend when it comes to hat tricks, scoring 3 goals. It was a very, very devastating loss for Wagiya on the flip side, but I know with Nelson Mas behind this team, they will go back to the drawing board, they will regroup and get ready for their next game. Like we mentioned in our broadcast, that coming up on the 11th at the Isidoro Beaton Stadium, Verdes will be going into the Isidoro Beaton Stadium to take on the Belmopan Bandits. That should be a good game. That one is slated to start at 8 p.m. And so since we will be having a pause within the PLB for a couple of weeks because of the fact that the Belmopan Bandits leave the country today to Honduras to take on Matuaga on Tuesday, and the return match will be on the 7th right at the Isidoro Beaton Stadium. So there will be a pause in the PLB, but nonetheless after that the PLB will be in full action once again. So from all of us here at from TNC, I want to wish you a God bless Sunday, and you do continue to enjoy. God bless you.
These women are strong, prepared, and fiercely patriotic, and have every intention of defending Belize at our home.
Are you ready?
This August 4th kicks off a 7-day international volleyball tournament inside the Civic Center, where Belize will be competing against countries like Honduras, Costa Rica, and Panama.
We are ready.
Come support our women in this regional ranking and qualifying event. Belize is ready. Team Belize thanks all its sponsors and supporters.
I go on the internet to play my computer games. When I grow up, I would like to be a doctor just like Doc McStuffins.
Doc is in.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher, and when I go on the internet, I want to learn how to make slime. I like slime. I go on the internet to watch cartoons to see the good guys win. I want to be the next Prime Minister. I want to be a fisherman. I like dancing. I go on the YouTube to see a lot of people dancing. I'm going to be a dance teacher. Dr. Brianna for you. I am a next gen kid. I'm teacher Aislinn and I'm a next gen kid. I am dance instructor Soraya. I'm a next gen kid. I'm a next gen kid. I'm Prime Minister Azela and I'm a next gen kid. We are next gen friends!
Are you ready?
These women are strong, prepared, and fiercely patriotic, and have every intention of defending Belize at our home.
Are you ready?
This August 4th kicks off a 7-day international volleyball tournament inside the Civic Center, where Belize will be competing against countries like Honduras, Costa Rica, and Panama.
We are ready.
Come support our women in this regional ranking and qualifying event. Belize is ready. Team Belize thanks all its sponsors and supporters.
We are back with season 2 of the Garden Show. If you love gardening, this is the show for you. In this season of the gardens, we'll be talking a lot about growing plants, soil mixes. We're going to be talking about fertilizers, the history of the gardens, how the gardens started, what we do here at the gardens, and the collaborations we have with other botanic gardens outside of Belize.
Catch all new episodes of The Garden Show Season 2 every Saturday at 9 a.m., an original series produced by the National Channel. New to its lineup of vehicles, AutoSelect brings to you one that works while you play. It's not just a truck, it's the Renault Alaskan, built to be bold. Available only at AutoSelect Belize. Test drive the demo today or call us at 824-4050 or 615-4050 for more information on our special introductory pricing.
Hi guys, this is Dr. Pech here, coming to you from your new veterinary clinic, Pet's Place, located in San Ignacio, downtown. I recommend the Fido's Pro Dog Food as it provides a complete nutrition for your pet's needs because it has a high palatability and as well digestibility with very safe ingredients.
Fido's Pro Dog Food promotes excellent development of the immune system. Formula agent with meat, chicken, and rice to provide complete nutrition. It guarantees a perfect digestion, prevents hair loss, strengthens the heart, improves physical appearance of your pet, and maintains firm and odorless stools. Fido's Puppy and Fido's Pro Dog Food. Distributed countrywide by Serendip Imports. Forest Drive, Belmopan. Call 671-4610. Also agents for Campy Dog, Duncan, and Dino Dog Food.